Hi all, this is Tim Olson, one of the developers for ViaCAD Pro, and today we are going to show some of the new woodworking joint tools added into ViaCAD Pro version 9. The woodworking tools are located under the Window Woodworking tool palette. I've actually gone ahead and created a custom tool palette and dropped the icons to get the 64 by 64-bit larger icons on the screen. The 5 new joints added are Rabbet, Dado, Miter, Dovetail, and a tongue and groove joint. We're going to go ahead and demonstrate each one of these joints. Let's start off with the Rabbet joint. And what we're going to do is we have a drawer here on our screen that we're going to cut out a couple of joints to fit the back piece of the drawer onto the sides. Let's go ahead and hide the bottom, and let's go ahead and hide the front and back of the drawer. Now let's go ahead and create our Rabbet joint. Now these are 1 inch thick, so I am going to have the depth of the joint be 1/2 inch and the width be 1 inch. I'm going to go ahead and pick the edge that I want the joint to be parallel to. And then I want to pick the face that it lies upon. And let's go ahead and pick the back. Same thing. And then let's pick the other side. Pick the edge and the face. Edge, face. And that's it for our Rabbet joint. Let's go ahead and turn on our two front and backs and see how they fit in there now. Let's do one more thing. Let's go ahead and do the bottom. And let's hide the bottom first of all, and I'm going to rotate it. And let's go ahead and put a Rabbet joint all along the bottom so that plate, the box in the bottom, can fit on it. And this time, let's see the depth. I have that as a 1/4 inch width bottom, so let's go 0.25. And the sides are 1 inch, so let's have it go halfway through, so let's go 0.5. And now I'm going to zoom up, and again we'll pick the edge and then pick the face. Edge, face, and then let's zoom down to the bottom, get the other two. Edge, face, edge, face. Now let's go ahead and turn on the bottom. And so there we have our quick drawer using Rabbet joints. Next I'm going to go to Concept Explorer, and I'm going to turn on another model, and this time demonstrate Dado joints. And I'm just going to go ahead and isolate my layer. And let's do a zoom extents. And what we're going to do is add 2 shelves to this bookcase, and we're going to add those shelves to the bookcase using Dado joints. Alright, let's turn off the top and turn off the bottom. And we have a couple Rabbet joints already on this, so we're going to go to the Dado joint, and we're going to create a through where this is going to run the whole length of the part. I can also do stopped, blind, and custom Dado joints. Custom is if you want to do you want to select a line and have it go at an angle across your wood. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to specify the distance from the edge, and I'm going to go 7 inches. And the depth, we're going to go 0.5 inches. That's 1 inch thick wood. And let's put the width at 1. And then I'm going to zoom up over here, and I'm going to pick this edge. So we're going to go 7 inches up from this edge along this face. Now let's do this again, only this time I'm going to do, let's do 14 inches. We'll pick this edge, pick this face, and then we have our 2 Dado joints on that side. You know what, we've got to do this side as well. So let's pick edge, face, that's 14 inches. Click on this, turn this back to 7, pick the edge, pick the face, and there we have our 2. Now let's go ahead and turn everything on. And let's go ahead and I just grab this, and I'm going to grab that endpoint, hold down my Option key, and let's drag one in over here, hold down the Option key, pull it up, and put it in over there. And there's our real quick bookcase using Dado Joints. Now, like the mechanical design features, you can also take the wood features and you can click on a face that was created by the feature, and you'll notice the data entry window will show you the parameters for it. So let's say I didn't want it at 14 inches, I wanted it at 13 inches. I can go ahead and type that in. Or I can change the depth to 0.25 or the width to ½ an inch. So after you create your woodworking joint, you can go back, select it, and modify it. The next one we're going to talk about is the miter. And let's go ahead to our layer manager, isolate that layer. And what we're going to demonstrate here is, let's say you have a picture frame and you want to create 45-degree joints on it. And so what we're going to do is pick this edge, and you can see how that created a 45-degree angle. And then to mate it, we'll put another one on this side. And then we'll just run around on those edges to do all of them. And that is our miter joint. Go to Concept Explorer. This time we're going to do a dovetail. Isolate our drawer. And now with the dovetail, you're going to have a tail board and you're going to have a pin board. And so let's go ahead and specify our parameters for it. And then we're going to select the face, the end of the piece of stock of wood that we're going to have our tail board on. And so let's see if we can grab that, pick that face, and then we'll go ahead and apply everything to it. Let's go ahead and make the end pin. Let's make that 1/4 inch, make it a little bit wider. Let's turn this off so you can see these a little bit better. Let's do some modifications to it. Change the end pin to 25. There we go. Let's change the angle to 10 degrees. All right. Now let's say we get our dovetail parameters where we want them. Let's go turn back on this, and let's make the mating pin board for our dovetail. And we'll just pick our part that we want to have the pins on, and then pick the tail board. And now you can see we've created our joint in there. Let's pull it out. Let's turn this off. I'll pull this off so you can see a little bit better. And what I can't see my gripper, so I'm going to turn on. I'm going to make that always visible. There we go. And then let's pull this out. Now you can see our joint. And again, let's say we decide to change one of the parameters. Let's click on it. Let's change the number of dovetails to 4. And change the tail pin width. Let's change that to 0.05. So there you can see you can modify in both the tails and the pins update with your parameter changes. The next joint that we're going to talk about is the tongue and groove. And we're going to go ahead and isolate. Let's say we have some floorboards or paneling that we want to have a tongue and groove on. And let's see how you would use the tongue and groove tool to apply this feature. Alright, so we're going to put, let's see how wide is this? It's a ½ inch by 2 inches. So we're going to make this smaller. Let's go 0.01 0.01. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to select the, and we're going to have it run all the way across the top. And there you can see the cutout and the groove that have been added. The tongue and the groove. The tongue and the groove that's been added. And then let's go ahead and see, now this was opposite, so let's change the order that we pick these. There we go. Let's just pick that same order through here. Okay. And let's just go ahead and put these together then. And so there we have our tongue and groove.